Back in 2014, I started to exhibit some signs of felt like a really bad flu or a virus, bad enough that I ended up going to a walk-in clinic. When I went to the walk-in clinic, the doctor sent me home and said it was just a virus. So I went to the emergency room, and the physician there said, yeah, he thought also it was just a virus. Sent me home. And my wife was getting concerned. So we went back to the emergency room, and they looked me over again and basically sent me home. So we went home again, and my wife, who also by coincidence happens to be a doctor, really felt like there was something serious going on here. So we went back yet again to the emergency room, and my wife insisted that they perform some tests, MRI, ultrasound, what have you. And by the time they started running tests, I was in full heart failure. It was my wife who eventually mentioned it when we went back to the emergency room for the third visit, after talking to my brother-in-law, who by coincidence is a cardiologist. And they kind of said, well, wait a second, like this could be very pertinent to what's happening to Bryan. So when we did eventually mention it, but it was, 3 visits in, unfortunately. But when I was finally admitted in Sunnybrook, I was in full heart failure, ended up in the ICU, and eventually needed heart valve repair surgery. Maybe all of that could have been avoided if an emergency room doctor had done a stethoscope check or an ultrasound.